Hello, my name is Victwan, and I'm a spokesmodel for the HIV Stops With Me campaign. And I'm here to answer the question of the month. And the question of the month is, knowing your own journey with HIV, what tools from your toolbox would you give your younger self? And for me, it's pretty straightforward. The tool or tools I would give myself, my younger self, would be my safe sex toolkit. When I was younger, I thought I knew everything. Um, and one of the reasons why I contracted HIV was because of my unsafe sex practices. Um, of all the tools that I've gained over the years, I think that's the one that I would pass on to myself the quickest because it would have changed everything for me. It would have possibly prevented me from getting exposed to HIV. At the very least, I would know who I contracted it from if I did, utilize the techniques that I use today for my own sexual health. The first and foremost technique that I use, or tool that I use, is I no longer engage in random anonymous sex, which is something I used to do all the time. In fact, my whole day was built around finding that next sexual encounter. And I don't do that today, specifically because I've created an atmosphere for myself where sex is not the most important thing for me anymore. I'm very sexually active. I do have sex. I just haven't had a new sex partner in the last 5 years. What I do today that's different than what I used to do is I don't engage as often and as much as I used to. And I like to know the people that I'm having sex with today in a way that I didn't care for before. And like I said, today, I would say like in the last 10 years, I've had a couple of exposures with STDs, but because of the way that I move now and the type of sexual encounters I engage in, I was quickly informed about the exposure, and I was able to quickly do something about it, which is something I would never have been able to do in my youth because of the randomness of the encounters that I had. I barely knew anyone's name, let alone how to contact them in case something came up. And today, I just move differently in that respect. I'm not slut shaming or saying, even myself, I'm not slut shaming or saying that you shouldn't have sex. All I'm saying for me and the way that I was moving, a safe sex practice for me is reducing the amount of sex that I was having with the amount of partners that I was engaging in sex with. So that's the most important, I think, tool I would pass on to myself is my sexual health knowledge. What I know about sex today, what I know about safe sex today, I would love to have had that knowledge when I was younger. Another thing I would have passed on to myself a little further on in my life would have been budgeting, money management. I'm the youngest of 13 kids. I was never really good at managing my bills. And I realized that if I were employing the tools that I'm using now to manage my budget, I would not have experienced as much homelessness as I did in past years. So that's the second thing that I would pass to my younger self that I think would have definitely changed the trajectory of my life. So that's it. Thank you. Have a beautiful day, and please enjoy your week.